Welcome to the Run Radio podcast. My name's Trina Wilcox, and for the Artist Spotlight highlight today, our guest is Benjamin Lewis. Welcome.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thank you for staying up. You are in quite a different time zone than we are.
Yeah,
where you're at.
Yeah. Right now I'm in Israel. I'm from Israel. It's like I think 7 or 8 hours apart from you guys. It's evening right now, and I think it's like early noon, maybe afternoon.
It's afternoon, yes. It's
Yeah.
afternoon here. Well, thank you
Yeah.
for taking time out of your evening, and tell us a little bit about your musical journey and how it makes your heart beat.
Music, I think for a lot of people, for most people, is a very big part of their lives, even if they don't notice it. For me, music had got me through every milestone in my life, and I knew this is something I wanted to pursue. But I was a very shy kid. I didn't like to express my feelings and thoughts so that I don't get hurt. Sorry, it's hard to talk about it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to talk about it sometimes. But like music got me through every hard thing, and I couldn't really tell the world that this is what I wanted to do. It was only like very late, like a bit after high school, I think, that we were singing like with a bunch of friends, and then like some friends heard me sing, and then everything got silent for a moment, just me and the guitar, and it was quite magical and quite frightening at first, but very exciting. And it gave me the courage to start pursue my dream, my musical journey. After that, I started to explore with myself, like what kind of music I want to do, what kind of music I want to make. Who am I as a person, as an artist? It was a real like quest, a real journey through my thoughts and feelings and everything else. And now I can express them through sound. And like lately, I released an EP, which explains the whole journey that I went through.
Very neat. When the voice came out of you, did you already know that you had that voice in you and you were just sharing with everyone, or did it surprise you at the same time?
Honestly, I think I sang like shit. Sorry.
What? Really?
Yeah,
So you
I
didn't think it
think
was
I
good?
sounded horrible. I listened to old voice memos and I get terrified.
Yeah.
Yeah. After that, I went to vocal coaching. I spent a lot of time in studios, trying to make everything like tighter and brighter and like technically good. Because in the end, it is a profession. Like it's like sports. You have to have the technique in order to explore the emotions, explore everything underneath above the technique.
All right. So let me ask you this. As for me as a runner, running has been kind of like a teacher for me. It's a parallel for so many things in life. What sport for you has kind of helped your musical journey develop?
Actually, I'm a tennis coach now also. I played tennis through childhood into like late high school. I played almost professional tennis. I say almost because I didn't want to compete. Don't ask me why. I don't know how to answer that question. I don't know what's the reason for not wanting to compete. But tennis has got me through a lot of things. It evolved me into the person I am today. My coach is one of my greatest inspirations in life. He taught me so much. And that's actually why I'm coaching myself and why I'm doing music. They both have the opportunity to help people, to teach them values, to get them through bad moments, and to help them evolve into a better person.
I would
Yeah,
agree with that. I think a lot of sports can teach us how to handle life issues as well as we go through them.
yeah, exactly. I support that very much, and I try to teach my students the same values.
So when you're putting your music together, what kind of development process is it like for you? Are you a attack it in one session, or are you more of a write things down as they come to you? How do you work through those
Uh,
processes?
yeah, I think my like process is not very traditional.
Okay.
Uh, I'm kind of a technophobic, so working by myself on the computer with a music production software like Cubase or Logic or everything else is not really an option for me. Uh, I usually what happens is I get this sound or line or melody in my head, and I
Mhm.
just record it on my iPhone,
Mhm.
and I start to play with it, like start to uh, 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 make the melody brighter, and then start to write lyrics on it. Uh, Usually, it sounds like mumbles and hums at the beginning,
Mhm.
and by the end, I don't know how I have like a whole song ready. And by the time I have the lyrics and melody, I usually know what I want from the musical production, but I don't do it by myself because, again, I'm a technophobic.
Yeah.
uh,
So
I go to my I go to my music producer with the melody already recorded and like vocal layerings, and we start playing with it.
so it
And
really it takes a team of people to get music just so. Would that be fair to say?
yeah, and I think like one of the first lessons I've learned in music is that for me music is something you create with people. I share my feelings and thoughts uh, through lyrics or melody or anything, or yeah, conversation about it,
Mhm.
uh, and the person in front of me responds to that, and I don't really get the sounds that I want, uh, but I get something that makes me think differently about my music, and actually makes me prouder of it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Where do you hope to be in, say, 5 or 10 years with your music? Do you see it changing, or do you hope it develops in a slow way where you keep a lot of what you already have?
Well, I'm not the same person I was 10 years ago or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope not to be the same person in 5 or 10 years. Don't get me wrong. I'm really proud of myself and who I am. But I think as people, as we have to develop, like as individuals, we have to develop ourselves.
Yeah.
And if we stay the same, that's not necessarily good for us. So I do believe my music will evolve into something maybe different, but similar, maybe a whole other genre. I don't know. If you ask me
Yeah.
what my genre is today, I won't be able to tell you actually. Um, I would want to get to as many souls as I can.
Yeah.
uh yeah, I wouldn't talk about the whole material things like the Grammys and money and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
even though I think most of us want it.
Yeah.
But for me, the most important thing is to get to people's hearts.
Yeah,
I
get the
hope in
reach.
5 years it will happen.
I think that's a great goal. I love how you talk about evolving and changing in such a positive way because we expect that from children. But then when we get to a certain adult age, it's like, why can't we also grow and not be ashamed of that in a certain kind of way?
Yeah,
I love
exactly.
that. Yeah.
And that's what my songs, my whole EP is about. Like who we are as individuals. For me, the whole EP was like kind of an exploration of who I am, what I've been, and what I can become too. And every song talks about different things, but also kind of like they have a lot in common
Hmm.
in lyrics and sound. And even though they're very different from one another, uh, they have a lot shared.
Yeah.
Uh, and I think if you listen to each song separately, it doesn't give you the whole story. If you listen to the whole EP from start to finish, you'll understand more what I'm trying to say.
Something you mentioned earlier about not fitting into a particular genre. And I've noticed that a lot of independents say that. And I kind of appreciate that because I feel like a lot of people that do sign with big artists, they are pressured to fit into a particular category. So that way they can make sure it's marketed just so. What else do you enjoy about the control of being an independent artist?
Um, Actually, being an independent artist is very tough,
Hmm.
but it is satisfying because by the end of the day, I'm my own boss right now.
Right.
I can choose what to write about, how I want my productions to be like. I choose the visuals. I choose everything. I have professionals working with me, but in the end, I make the choice.
Mhm.
I think that's the benefit of being an individual and an independent artist. Um, Again, the genres. I think uh, most of us don't listen to one particular genre.
Right.
Not all of us just listen to Justin Bieber or Billie Eilish or Kendrick Lamar. We listen to all of them.
Mhm.
Uh, and and for me, like I love Kendrick and I love Billie and I love very different genres, and they became a part of me. And through my search in music, through my search with myself, within myself, I found that I can uh, mix it up. I can try to do hip hop and alternative at the same time. I can try to do pop and rock at the same time, and I can uh, go through this like go between the stream and go between the genres and find what they have in common and make something new, something that's mine.
Do you see
I hope it
yourself?
makes sense.
Yeah, it does. Do you see yourself always staying independent, or would you like to be signed with a big label?
um I think getting signed by the big labels is a goal of most artists
Hmm.
that want as I said, like I want to reach as many people as I can.
Yeah.
As an independent artist, I have the option to reach so much,
Yeah.
uh, but not at the scale um, a label can give me. Uh,
Okay.
I don't see a problem with being signed with a label. I think it's part of something we need to do in order to be professionals at this like category.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I would love to be signed as a label and a label.
Yeah,
But,
that's fair
but
fair enough. I talk to a lot of people that enjoy staying independent, and I think either way, I think there's also seasons for it. There are seasons to be independent, seasons maybe to be signed, and maybe you go back at some point. Same thing with a lot of self-published authors that I talk to. Some have worked with big publishers and some have done hybrid. Some love publishing certain genres of theirs as independent. So I think I love that we have more options than ever before. And I feel like
yeah,
we're going to do great
exactly.
things with those options and opportunities.
Yeah,
So,
and that's why I kind of struggle with the question, because like
yeah.
5 years ago, if you'd tell me, would you like to be signed with a label? I would say sure. But if you would give me something that I've written 5 years ago, and you say that's out now and it's forever here, I would be terrified, because
Yeah.
I don't think I was very true to myself. Uh, Now I think my music and my personality is whole. So I feel ready for it. But again, in 5 years, I might regret it.
I don't know.
Again,
I think you
uh,
got a good head on your shoulders. I wish you very well. Keep sending
I
your
hope
music
so.
over for Run Radio to play on the air so we can help you reach as many people as we can. And best
Thank you.
wishes. Come back next time you've got another EP or more music to share, and tell everybody where they
Yeah, for
can go to
sure.
find your music now.
What? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Tell everyone where they can go get your music now.
Yeah, you can get it on every streaming service, Spotify, Apple Music, you name it. I also have music videos for all the EP, for all songs. I made them at the same spot, on the same day. For music videos on the same day is very hard to
Whoa.
do. Uh, but that's something I wanted to do, because, as I said, the music, every song is different, but they have a lot in common. And that's exactly how the music videos work too. Every music video is very different from the other, but they happen at the same place, with me with the same clothes, and everything else changes. If you've listened to the EP,
Mhm.
go watch the music videos as well. They have a lot to tell you about me.
Nice. Thank you so much for sharing. I appreciate your time. Benjamin Lewis, check him out. Thank you.
Thank you so much.